Hi, I'm Nerida Conway from chefmasterclasses.com, and I'm here in the kitchen with beautiful Leanne De Bortoli. How are you, Leanne?
I'm very well, thanks.
That's good. I am super excited that we are getting to work on some recipes in conjunction with your calendar. So it is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see.
And it's rather special this year because this is 10 years that we've actually been doing the calendar.
Yes. So tell me about how it sort of came to be and how the calendar kicked off.
Well, 10 years ago we started with it, and the idea was to get a few family recipes, and we also had some recipes from some other chefs. We put together the calendar thinking that it was only going to be perhaps a 1 year go, and it was so popular that we decided to continue going with it.
And it's just gorgeous. I mean, I actually look forward to it coming out each year. I get a bit of inspiration. And this year the theme has been recipes that include the wines from your range as an ingredient in actual dishes. We've actually got one of the recipes that was submitted in here from one of our members, which is a beautiful chocolate pot recipe. Tell me a little bit more about the recipes this year and how did they get a Guernsey?
Well, there's quite a few recipes that are family recipes. So from my mother, from my sister-in-laws, I have a recipe in there as well, and then also just from other friends and chefs that we've had a long association with.
This is personally one of my favourites.
Yes.
We've actually just got your new chef, Adam Mead, to whip this up. This is beautiful mussels in white wine. Oh, the smell, divine.
It is.
Haven't tasted them yet, but I'm about to.
And it's such a simple recipe as well. You don't need to be too complicated. And I think that's the beauty of this calendar, is that we actually have some of the family recipes in there, and they're real recipes and they're ingredients that you can actually buy.
And there wasn't that many ingredients in here, in that particular recipe, which was nice.
No.
And I've got to tell you, Adam was a little bit nervous making it because it is your recipe. So, you know.
He did a good job though.
And, you know, I think that's the thing. You know, people have this perception that if you're going to be cooking with wine, you just buy the cheapest, most horrible, quick, convenient wine.
No.
And you just drop it in. And I suppose the lovely thing about this recipe for me, or this calendar for me, is that when you go through, you say, oh, here's a beautiful bottle of Moscato, and you can actually buy the specific ingredient that the recipe calls for, use it in the recipe, and then, of course,
chug along.
Drink it.
And that's
just perfect.
That's very important. I think people think that, yes, throw in any old wine, but you've really got to look at the ingredients that you're cooking with.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to drink it, don't put it into the food.
Because it's funny. I mean, it's the same could apply with food ingredients. If you wouldn't put that gross, mouldy bit of so-and-so into your food, you're certainly not going to eat it. It's funny, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So which is your favourite recipe out of this book? And you're not allowed to choose your own.
Oh, look, I think there's a lot of lovely ones. The probably a family favourite would be the gnocchi bolognese that my mother makes.
Can I say I've been incredibly blessed to have actually tried this.
Yes.
It's just a standout, isn't it?
It is.
So beautiful, and you can really taste the love.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's beautiful. Now, the question we are going to be inundated with, where can people get this calendar?
Well, if they go into any liquor store that stocks some of our wines, we do have promotions going. Also, visitors to the restaurant cellar door.
If you can get in. It's so busy. I can't believe how packed it is.
But it is available, and look, I have so many people who contact me often by email, or they'll phone up and say, oh look, can we have a calendar? And so we're quite happy to send them out to anyone.
How divine. Well, I think you'll be doing a couple of reprints actually. And as you'll see here, there's a QR code so you can actually scan it, and then you'll be able to watch the recipes being made by Chef Adam Mead and also Matt Binney, and then see how they're all made, which is fantastic.
And a few wine tips as well, which are being thrown in by...
Well, that's right. Yeah. And at the end of each recipe, the chef is matching a wine.
Yes.
That's not always the one that's used as the ingredient. No. Sometimes you can mix it up a bit.
Yeah, of course you can.
And then we were lucky before to have, Steve Webber in here talking about different elements of the wines as well. So it's very exciting.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to work my way through them month by month.
Excellent.
My challenge is starting in this month. Well, because I've got a sneak peek, so I can actually start early.
I expect a photo.
Yes, every month there will
With
be
the
a
glass of
photo
wine.
and a glass of wine. Yeah. Thanks so much, Leanne.
Thanks, Nerida.